Testing, 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 and we are live. Good evening, good evening. I'm your host, Terrain Morrow. We here, and welcome to the ER, a platform for the world to share its story in order to bring hope to people all around the world, that the world may know that it's not alone in confusion and suffering. Also, to bring an end to the waste of life and to promote mental well-being. Thank y'all guys so much for tuning in again, whoever may be listening to this, whenever y'all hear it. We are again, episode 5, season 2, episode 5. We are here again with Terrain Morrow for another live therapy session. Last week, what did we talk about last week? Last week we talked about, what was it? Because we was here. What was it last week? We did a check on 7 to the emergency room. Actually, forgot what the hell I talked about. Run my mouth so much. What did it talk about last week? What's good for singing, to what's good for me, to last week. There was something going on last week. What is this? I can't even think of what we did last week. I almost didn't do the show today. But I was like, let's be consistent. The planet ain't gonna get no better than this anyway. So why not? Why not just go for it? You know what I'm saying? Why not go for it? He said, myself told me that you ain't gonna plan no better than this. The planet ain't gonna get no more better. You might as well just go there and go live. We go see what happens. But I'm trying to see because today is a self-roast. So Terrain has decided to kind of talk about himself today, some of his embarrassing moments, whether you know they're embarrassed or not. He's gonna get on here and talk about himself and other things. And also a key element to this episode is there's a lot of people with mental issues. Like you have some people diagnosed with ADHD and stuff like that, but I'm talking about these schizophrenia, bipolar people that's walking around the world and nobody know that they got bipolar and schizophrenia. And so this show is kind of the Terrain wants to talk about himself, and hopefully those that think I'm regular will remember that I'm not regular and that I haven't always been regular, and I've been even crazier than I am today, and that I grew up with a bunch of people that had mental health issues or disabilities, and as kids, I've seen it as an adult, but as an adult, things get a little more serious when you have an adult coming at you with mental health issues. Like, I've heard all type of stories. I've spent my own thing, but I'm just warming y'all up into this. Like, for example, my own auntie stays in Memphis, Tennessee, and literally, she had a story where she was in the restaurant with her grandson. He was like almost a baby at the time, I think like 1 or 2, so young. And imagine you in a restaurant with your child or whosoever, just you and your child, and a woman out of nowhere that you don't know that's eating in a restaurant comes up to you trying to fight you. Oh, you're in the restaurant with your child and a woman out of nowhere comes up to you and try to fight you. Now, this situation is a little rare than what I was going to be talking about, because there are some people, but there's usually, not people walking up to you trying to fight you that have mental issues. But my auntie, yeah, the load fell on her this time, and now she's in the middle of a restaurant. And then she said the woman did something, either got her hand or something and put her, because they had pieces of some food, and she said the woman like put her body part all in the food. And then my auntie said at that point, she know how to do, she's crazy too. And so, but she's sweet woman. She said, so instead of doing something to the woman, what she said she did, do not say it all. She said she got crazy with her. She said she stood up on the table. My auntie said she stood up on the table with 2 forks. With 2 forks. And she was like, somebody come get this lady. My auntie said she was about to, because shit, she trying to protect herself. And her grandson is right there. So it's like, you got to crazy. So you got to do what you got to do. But her husband was right there. And so, but this woman just having a mental breakdown. But I was just saying that to say, yeah, people with mental issues are, oh my gosh, that's what I talked about last time about the hill. Yeah, oh my God. I was talking about the healthcare and everything I'm learning about. Yeah. But yeah, that was one case. And then you have, but the woman had mental issues. It subsided. The auntie did that on the table, and the woman calmed down and kept talking to us. But she calmed down and went back to her seat after the TV entertainer too far. But and I think I told that story before. And another story, I've told, and it's true stories. For me, one of my examples was when my mother was in the hospital, like when she was sick from COVID, and I was going to visit her, and literally when I was there with a friend, she was out in the car waiting on me, because at COVID, you couldn't stay that long in the room anyway, doing when they just got COVID, and so I was leaving out, and as I'm leaving out, this white guy pulls up in a car. So that's another thing. Crazy people can drive. My brother has some mental issues and he can drive. So just because somebody driving don't mean they don't have some mental going on with them. So the white guy pulls up in a car, perfectly fine driving, and says, "Hey man, I know it was you playing on my phone." I'm like, ooh. And I just got out of the hospital, seeing my mama like crying to catch her breath, like crying, like literally, she's on a ventilator after that. But yeah, she died from loss of oxygen in her breath. But yeah, so I literally just left out of there, seeing my mama crying and struggling to breathe. And next thing you know, as I'm walking down the hospital, this white guy pulls up in his car. Man, I know it was you, playing on my phone. And I don't know the guy, never seen him before in my life. And I was like, nah, it wasn't me. So he kept saying it, and I'm like, oh, something going on. By this time, I'm at my car. And my friend was like, hey, man, she's like, he's crazy, just don't say nothing to him. And so she said that, and it calmed me down, like, oh, okay, I've been in a situation where I've done with crazy folks. Okay, don't say nothing. And so then, I just said, he pulled up in front of my car. He pulled his car in front of my car as to block me out. And he opens his door. At this point, I'm in my car, and I think I had the car turned on at this point. Man, it must have been the grace of God, because in my mind, I'm like, okay, I don't got no gun on me. And if he literally, I didn't even think about a weapon. All I told myself, and I probably could have whooped the dude, beat him up and everything, but I was so frustrated and over it. I was like, if he opened his door, puts a foot out, but he didn't get all the way out. Because in my mind, I said, if he hops out this car, I'm just going to get in my car, put it in drive, and I'm just going to run him clean over. But for some reason, the dude opened the door, saying, I know, threatened me, like he about to get up. I know it was you. He opened his door, put one foot out, but he never got up. And all I did, because once my friend said he's crazy, like he's mental, I literally just started staring. I got totally quiet, didn't say a mumbling word. I just stared at him. Because I was going through my mind, like, and I wasn't thinking no question about it. Like, if he stepped more out the car, I wasn't looking for no gun, and I wasn't even thinking about a weapon. It was just the point that you chose to fool with me this night. I'm like, oh, you chose to fool with me this night? I can fight, but I'm not fighting. I'm just going to run you over with my car. Like, literally. And I probably would have went to jail for it. That'd have been crazy. Like, right, imagine that. Because how would I prove that my life was threatened, and especially if the guy with not no gun or nothing? Maybe I could have said, I thought he had a gun, but then it's like, nigga, you 10 years of military training. But then I could be like, okay, I'm not a comeback officer. I wasn't trained to be strictly shooting. You know what I'm saying? So what would have been my excuse to say I ran over this man, getting out of this car that blocked me out, and then find out he had mental issues? Imagine that. Imagine me being locked up right now. Imagine that. Because I'm like, what would have happened? So that's what this show is about. Because I'm like, I could have possibly been locked up or killed someone's child or adult child because they was mental. And all I had to do was wait it out, not say nothing. But look, dude could have easily been ran over. I was finna run the dude over. No second thought. I was just waiting on the opportunity. And by the grace of God, somehow, I don't know what stopped him. He got back in the car and said, well, if you want to do something, meet me over here in the parking lot. And he literally drove off. I guess he waited for me in the parking lot. I got in my car and left, but And if you're just tuning in, this show is called a self-roast. And it's only a self-roast. It's me talking about the crazy moments I had in my life to bring attention and awareness to all the people out there with mental health issues that people done killed. Like literally, I've seen, like, there's literally people out there that's killing people with mental health issues. I watched, it's a matter of fact, I think they got New Orleans PD. The New Orleans detective show on like Netflix going on right now about the crimes in New Orleans. And one of those episodes was literally somebody shot a mental dude, but this mental dude had a gun. And he was, supposedly he was threatening people with the gun, but usually he was a nice dude, but he was threatening people. But eventually somebody took him, they shot him. He died, they had killed him. And they found the dude that killed him, but it reminded me of how many people are out there with mental health issues. And I thought about my brother. My brother, literally, like all my life, he's been normal us growing up. Then all of a sudden, we think somebody put something like drug in him, but let him tell it, he's dead just for smoking too much. So he's losing his mind from whatever reason, but he's also been diagnosed with bipolar and schizophrenia. And so there was times when my brother, like, man, he's 6'2", 400 some pounds, all probably more than that now. But imagine a big ass 6'2" dude staring at you. Cause my brother got to a point where he wouldn't even say nothing to nobody. Family, he wasn't talking to nobody. He would just stare, smile or whatsoever, but it would just be across the room, zoned out, staring at you. Probably wouldn't even be thinking of looking at you, but just staring at you. So imagine taking him out some places, especially when it first happened. Like, you go get us a fight with everybody in here. And people don't know him, so it's like, what the fuck this nigga staring? This big ass nigga, like, so that's how, like, you know what I'm saying? That's how quick that stuff can happen, like. And I'm like, I'm just trying to bring awareness, like, people. I've heard people say it. Yeah, I know you're crazy, but there's people out there that they're just going about life, talking shit about people all their damn life, and they don't mean nothing by it. They just literally probably talking to themselves, and they see you, and you just kind of, the devil used them to kind of get you to do something to them. And it was never you meant for that. You shouldn't have said a damn mumbling word. But you saying something gave fuel to the fire. But that's what this show about. Terrain, how you doing? Yeah, I gotta kind of introduce everything for you, but what you want to talk about? I don't want to talk about too much, Doc, but this might be the shortest session ever. But like I said, you actually said everything on the show. You actually said everything. So anybody tuning in, if you've heard just the first beginning of this, you literally can just tune out now. Everything out there is pretty much like comedy and he's gonna get some more stuff. I'm gonna redrive some of the points, but this is Terrain talking now, not the doctor. But yeah. So the first moment I want to touch on, and this is just a funny moment. When I was like 7 years or 5, 6 years old, I used to do this little crazy thing. There's a bunch of crazy stuff I used to do. I ain't write that down, but one thing I used to do this thing, like, I was 7, I remember this specific. I was 7 years old. It was some reason, I don't know what came over me, but there was always times growing up when I was young where I had did these weird things. Like, so like when I was 7, I used to just think like literally just walking, regular playing anything, regular, even out with my parents. Like, and I probably did that shit for like months. Like literally just saying, And I've been meaning to look that up, because maybe I was speaking in like a tongue or a language or something, but usually with that, it's like, it's automatic, but that was, I was forcing myself to do that because I thought I had to do it. And it was just a crazy thing. That was crazy, right? Imagine a little boy, we used to have Michael, and I'm going to talk about all the people I heard, we used to have Michael, up in, when I got to, by the time we got to Mike, 6th grade, they was, just rocking. Mike used to rock and do certain things. We had Lisa, they should do certain things, but that was 6th grade, but nobody ever knew that I was back in kindergarten, 1st or 2nd grade doing shit like, they put me in a resource class, I would do that shit. And a bunch of other, but that was one thing I used to do. Another crazy thing I used to do, that's like, I used to spit. What's up, Christian? Yeah, I know I'm here talking about my crazy stuff. I'm in here trying to just give like awareness to like all the people out there in the streets with mental health issues. So not like just people with mental health. These are mental health people in the streets, because my little brother could have been dead or in jail right now because of mental health issues. Like I said, he just sit and stare. He's a little better now, but he used to stare at people. Like literally, he got arrested one time. Like literally, this is literally what happened to my brother. In Forest City, matter of fact. He went to Forest City. That nigga somehow grown. Nigga got to the Forest City gym, right? Him and somebody else went into the Forest City gym. And somebody called the police on him. He didn't get arrested in Forest City. Forest City, somehow they got in touch with me, called me, like, yes, my brother. And they knew him. And so it was, matter of fact, Charlene was there. That's how they got, yeah, Charlene Butler was there. So she knew her. And so they called me. And so all they did was, Forest City police took him to the mental place in, Wynn. I think Wynn got the mental place. They get there. So like I said, the nigga asked record what he wrote to. So he get there. They couldn't find no wrong. So he releases him in like Wynn, right? Wynn, let's see, is it Wynn, Caldwell? Whichever one is going toward, I think it was Wynn. Just go there by Caldwell. So they let him out. Now he's walking in Wynn because we can't get to him. We didn't know where he was at the time. We just knew they had just arrested him and took him somewhere. He didn't go to jail. So we kind of waiting. I couldn't get to him fast enough. Within like 30 minutes of him getting released, we were getting another call saying he got arrested. We like, yeah, he got arrested already. He's out now. But no, from getting released from the mental place, he walked to the gas station. And I found this out probably a month later because I was just driving through Wynn and someone said, stop at this gas station. I bet you this is the gas station he got arrested. I didn't even know where he got arrested, but some said, stop at this gas station. And this is almost a month later, y'all. When I be damn, I stopped at the gas station. And some said, some said, ask the ladies, did a boy get arrested here the other day? And then the girl was like, yeah. And she told me everything that happened. When I say literally, she said, my brother got arrested literally because he came in the gas station. And I think he probably was asking people for money. He was asking people like about a cigarette. You know how people stand outside and say, hey man, give me money for a cigarette. But he was doing that, and then I think he started staring at people. And so he was asking people for money. So imagine a big guy asks you for money, and then all of a sudden he's just staring at you. So imagine somebody asks you for money, you like probably say no, and he just like this, not blinking. Imagine somebody like, so now you probably think they finna do something to you. So later said somebody called, I only think it was store owners. She said somebody called the police on him. And the police caught him walking. And this is how he went to jail. Mental folks, right? And this is another reason why I'm doing this, because you have a lot of state departments and police putting charges on people that like they are mental. Man, the police comes up to my brother. Remember, he's not talking to people. So imagine someone, the police now, asking you for your license and who are you, and they're not telling you nothing. You don't know they mental. Man, the police put all them dang charges on my brother. They put them impersonation, identity, withholding, all type of stuff. Because they didn't know he was going through a whole little mental thing. Now, he beat all the charges. But no, he didn't beat them. He didn't go to jail for none of the stuff. So they took him to jail, but we got him out later on. But the shit is still on his record. Like 5 charges for him, like 5 different charges for him just staring at the police. Oh, like 4 some different charges that they was able to put on him from just staring at the police and not saying nothing. That's what this show's about. Then having some type of awareness for the mental, saying people, keep your attitudes under control, because one day you might run into a mentally crazy person who might be mentally frustrated, acting out, showing out, and they might say something, you like, who the fuck you looking at? And you go off on them. They don't even fucking know you, and you it didn't turn to violence where you didn't shot them. You know what I'm saying? Because it gets bad like that. Because people got badass attitude, and people ain't gonna let some people ain't anybody talking to me like that. Ain't nobody gonna disrespect me. It's some real, and I'm gonna call them stupid. I let people cuss me out all day. I let people call me, and I'm gonna have to say like this: call me a bitch, say fuck you, say leave me the fuck alone. Because I know people that's got to argue with people tell them leave me the fuck alone. Is it rude? Somebody's going through a mental breakdown, and the only thing they already cussing in their fucking head, so you come up fucking with them, leave me the fuck alone. And then they're arguing with themselves, and so then you let them get you mad. And now you're a fighter with it because they told you to leave them the fuck alone. Just leave them the fuck alone. You should have just stared at them first. And seen like maybe we start looking before we start talking to people, we're like, okay, he's obviously going through having a mental thing right now. And do I really want to deal with that? And do I even got anything for that? And if you decide to go over there and mess with that, at least have the attitude to deal with everything that comes with it. They cuss you trying to help, they cuss you out, and now you fighting them. Well, you should have kept the damn help to yourself. Don't even try to ever help no goddamn body. As soon as they respond in the way you don't respond, you gonna get down and dirty. Like, nah, keep your damn help to yourself. You're a damn devil, I think. You're a goddamn devil. You're evil. That's evil. I got good prepared. You know, it's fucked up that they responded. You came with your good or somebody, you know what I'm saying? That's when you turn the fucking other cheek at. Because they didn't cuss you out for trying to do good, then they going through something. I know people who tried to go do good personally. And I actually probably should be in jail for doing something. My wife. You know what I'm saying? She tried to be nice to a girl who just got beat. Said, you're beautiful. The girl said, fuck you, bitch. Because she had a black eye and she was sitting right next to the guy. Next thing you know, the guy beat her because the girl tried to say something smart and tried to fight him. The ex-wife was like, what'd she say? She said, that's probably why that's why the girl got on. She said, the girl said something smart and said, fuck you. She said, fuck you. And then one said, that's probably why you got your ass whooped, running your mouth. And then that went from that. This ain't mental issue. They're just going back to be careful who you think you can help and who you trying to help, and that's where the good works or not. But then the guy who's beating on her ended up pulling the gun out. Imagine that. And these are strangers. They show you this is how quick this shit escalated. The woman who had my children could have been dead right now for telling a battered woman, you're beautiful. And these from people that don't even probably ain't got mental health issues. These just supposed regular people. We all got mental health issues. Y'all just need to be careful. You have a lot of people out there, you know, they're so quick to, so quick to fight somebody, so quick to tell somebody something. I'm like, okay, y'all keep quick to tell somebody something. Cause you know what I learned this year? You know that thing, I've said it plenty of times this year. It says, sticks and stones may break my bone, but words will never hurt me. I've learned that words be kicking and punching. Words will smack the fuck out of you. Words will smack the fuck out of you. So you keep thinking you can just go up and fight with your mouth and people won't respond with fists and anger, because just like words you think words hit, words do hit. That's why I need people to get the message. So whenever you think you about to go tell somebody something, literally you got to prepare for a fight. Like literally, you need to be ready to fight. When I was in ninth grade, and I was talking noise to one of the secretaries. I just got in trouble, and I was mad about being in trouble. And I started talking noise to one of the secretaries. And you know what she said? She said something to me. This is an old black woman. I was a young man. Could have probably easily whooped her ass. Maybe. You know, young people don't know how to fight. And get what she said. She said, well, she called me out into the hallway. I was talking so much noise, she called me out into the hallway. And guess what I did? I wasn't ready for that fight. I could have easily won. It wasn't about that, but it's like, okay, you finna fight a grown woman? But my words led for her to be ready to put her hands on me. And this is another message for everybody. If you think your words don't pack a punch, you finna live a very hard life, and maybe a very slow, quick life. A very slow, quick life. If you think you just go out here, whenever somebody say, I'm about to tell them all. No, you got to be able to tell them all, and you better be aware, because you might tell them all and they might pull a gun on you. Because there's a bunch of drunk men out there, and there's a bunch of drunk and infuriated and uneducated men who don't take disrespect. They might take more, especially women. I hate to call it a bitch move, but there's a bunch of men that they probably won't say let a woman. I know man that didn't pull guns out of a woman. Cause I think the woman didn't get that number. Y'all heard stories like that. So, man, yeah, like whether I was standing outside this store with this one girl, and this is the perfect example of what I'm talking about. And I ain't even talking about me no more. Look, I was outside the store, the vape store, standing with a girl. Across the street, this is in this city, Petersburg. This is in Petersburg, Virginia. I'm at the vape store across the street with a girl. A dude is across the street. We know he's mental because every day he's there, damn near. It's a big guy. He's damn near every day, damn ass out across the street in the store, talking to us still, laughing. So you know something going on with him. Whether it's drugs or not, something going on with him. So this girl decided to be, I'm gonna call the street. We trying to do our little thing or what's up. She decided to be across the street talking shit to the dude. Like, yeah, just hollering across the street, just random shit, because he was doing something because she wanted to talk shit to him because he be talking and like, I think been flirting with her when she be walking by. And so I was like, why the fuck is she? I'm like, and then he was like, don't make me come across the street. So then he started talking shit like, keep talking about me, bitch. Keep talking about me, come across the street. And I'm looking at her, she still talking to him. I'm looking at her like, what the fuck you start? You know to do, man. What the fuck you fucking with? I started telling like, what the fuck you fucking with? What you gonna do if he come across the street? Because at that point, when she found, I was gonna let him beat her ass, but still, shit, the way you talking shit to him, I might let this nigga grab you a little bit. Like, what the fuck you fucking with this dude for? Like, she was intentionally fucking with him. But he says it like this, but it's clearly, man, why would you intentionally fuck with a mental person as a grown person who says they got it all together? Yeah, that's what this, sweet, hey, oh my God, everybody from the city. I know that's all. I forgot what's my girl name. What's my girl name? Put your name, what's my girl name? What's my girl name? Always down with the kids. I forgot my guy. She's like, what? You was like 2 or 3 grades ahead of me. But yeah, man, it's a bunch. Even though now I'm thinking about home. I'm thinking about back at home. I'm thinking about people like Sharika. Now, if y'all know Sharika, I went back home, man. I know she's like on drugs, but I'm like, I went on looking on the inmate thing. You got Sharika's in jail. They was like last time I checked, Sharika was in jail. Sharita, dark skinned girl. She was glad to graduated. I graduated 09. She graduated 08. She in jail, and I know something going on with mental. And matter of fact, I probably looked down. There's a bunch of people in jail in the city that we know they got mental issues, or then got somebody put something in and drugged them out or something. And it's like, why we got all these people in jail? But that's a whole nother story. I learned they locking mental people up. That's what this show about. Better awareness and protection for our people with mental health. Like I said, my brother will be in jail. Nice old teddy bear. Ain't gonna harm nobody. But just because he stare at people and won't talk to them, he's been locked up for it. He's been locked up for staring. And that's a damn shame. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, we need better protection for our people that have mental health. And it's not just from the police. Like I said, it's from us. We're shooting and killing them. I almost ran over a white dude. I could possibly be, I don't know. I'm just here thinking about it, like literally, I was about to run the nigga over. I'm like, what would they have done to me in the fucking hospital? Just seen my mom who's struggling to breathe from COVID. And I walk out the hospital and somebody, random white was fucking with me, threatening me, talking about, I know, well, he didn't threaten, he never got there. He just said, I know it was you messing with me. If you wanted to, he just kept wanting, he was forcing me to want to do something. And then, but the threat was him getting out his car on me. The threat was him parking in front of my car. I don't know what you got, and then you getting out. So my thing is, would I have had the right to run him over? Because my thoughts were, I was just seeing my mama, so I didn't think about military fighting stuff. I didn't think about, okay, he's getting out the door. He's trying to get out. Just go run up. I'm outside, run up, kick the door. And then once I make it to the door on somebody, and shit, I don't know how much you gonna do with the gun if I'm right there up on you. If I done kick the door and I done already started my aggression, I'm gonna just keep going. I don't know how much the gun gonna go. I didn't think that. I was like, I just seen my mama struggling for her, bro. I got this car. You got the car on, nigga. I'm just gonna run over you. I ain't got time to fight you. He wasn't a big white dude. And that was the whole crazy part about it. Some people can be out of it mentally. And most of us like, we want to help Pooh. There we go, Pooh. Yeah, I remember, yeah. And most of us be like, yeah, we want to help people and stuff like shit. But the biggest part about helping people is trying your best not to cuss them out. Because you can see, obviously, they're frustrated. Like, literally. I'm frustrated. You try to help me. I'll get you frustrated. And you cuss me out and then we fight. Yeah, you should have stayed your ass at home and meditate and pray. You ask Jesus to help you help people. Before you go out and try to help nobody. Just don't say a word. Like when people come up to me, like when I have friends and people that lost loved ones. I done lost people. And like, oh, my mama that died. Guess what? If you come to me as a friend and you just say you lost somebody died, guess what I'm gonna do? I probably say, damn. And it's close brothers. And I'm probably gonna sit there. I'm not gonna say a damn word. Cause now, at this point, I'm trying to feel you grieve. I don't want to pull out of you, brother, you all right, to try to get you to talk me through. Now, hell no, you don't feel good. I ain't got a damn word to say to you. I ain't got a damn word to say to you. I want you to feel that I got your back. Because my grandma died. I can't tell you she's going to heaven. I'm not about to say that shit. I don't understand heaven. My mama died. I can't tell you if she's going, once again, I don't know where she at. I don't understand death. I'm not about to lie to you. I'm not finna say it's okay. I got some scary theories about death and heaven. So I'm gonna sit there and sit in the confusion with you, because that's all I can do. I'm not gonna speak lies that people have told for generations and generations. I guarantee you that now one of my last 3, 4, 5 generations of my family know about death or heaven, or my mama or my daddy's side, or your generations. What the hell they're at? They actually know what goes on once we pass here. Like a brother told me, just believe. That's all we can do is just believe. But no one has to get the damn evidence. And no one, how many people truly believe. Because even the Bible say, crying like the ones of no faith. Because you really think people going to heaven, shit, you happy when people die. Like they say, it's a going away celebration. That shit ain't no celebration. The only celebratory thing about somebody's dying to me is somebody saying, okay, that person is dead. I'm about to pick up the fucking torch for them. My mama died. I'm about to pick up the fucking torch for them and make it a better situation. Like my mama's on drugs. So I'm going to pick up the torch and make whatever situation, I want to make it better. Live on. So shit, them family members ain't living on. Them motherfuckers, they just dying. I hate to say it. Like my grandma's in that mix. My mama's in that mix. And it's a dishonor. Set up an altar and make sure them people move on. Otherwise, shut your dang mouth. So if anybody die, from now on, the biggest thing, I say you can be quiet. No, the biggest thing you can do, somebody did this cool thing. I think it was very cool. They, I think it was somebody's grandma died. And she had a bunch of grandkids and children, right? They cremated her. And they put the ashes of her in like different like necklace and passed them around. I thought that was amazing. Even though I don't want my body burnt, but I was like, that'll be amazing to be remembered. Then it's so precious that the daddy gave it to a couple people and he said, no, I can't pass it out no more. So that was his mama. He gave it out to a couple people and then he's like, no, I gotta stop passing out. Yeah, it's precious like that. Imagine that, generations of their bloodline, your name being passed on, people remembering you. How many people you think gonna remember my mama if I don't say nothing? My mama, last hope of being remembered is me and my brother and Noelle, my sister in California. That's the last hope my mama got. That's the last hope she got to be remembered. And the sad part about it, her damn grandkids. She never even met her grandkids. They won't even remember her unless I do it. You get what I'm saying? Because I hope to outlive, I hope people outlive me, but my mom, I'm like me and her children is her last hope. She have to be remembered. Her last hope. You get what I'm saying? It can be all about me right now, but I think that's fucked up. I want people to know my mama. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, self-roast. This ain't even no self-roast no more. But let me give y'all some others. But I think people have a bunch of men, like I said, all the things I've done, like far as I call it, just like stupid and crazy, like it was never consistent. And I think it's safe to say that sometimes people's mental issues come on with certain times. For example, my grandmother, like she was perfectly fine at one point, and then at one time, like she kind of like dementia, like she couldn't think no more. Didn't know how to do this, didn't know how to do that. Then all of a sudden, one time now she taking a medicine, boom, back, can think of stuff. And so I think that's the same thing with people. Like some things might come along when certain things happen to people or diets. Yeah, the more the research come out, it seems like diets affect a lot of this stuff. Like shit, like people depressed around this motherfucker supposedly get some vitamin C, vitamin D, or C levels low. That's whatever. But yeah, it was throughout all my life, I had crazy silly things I do. Like I said at the beginning, it was that thing. And I used to, there was certain times in my life, and this one like from child all the way through adult. I have times when I feel like I'm supposed to be spitting, like I didn't like swallowing my spit, and like I just always be fucking spitting. Yeah, crazy shit, right? Like, yo, just spitting all the time. Feel like I had to spit because I couldn't swallow it. And fuck around, don't let me get no cold. You know how you get a cold and your mouth, oh, be spitting up. Oh, yeah, that's another story. That's one crazy little thing I used to do. And then I had this thing with numbers at one time. Like, it was like literally 9th, 10th. No, this is damn all the way to 11th grade. I used to have this shit all the time. Even, I think, past that, even as an adult, like, I had this thing with numbers. Like, for example, I'm listening to music. The volume got to be on 33 or 43 odd numbers. You know what I'm saying? Then there'll be a phase where shit had to be even numbers. They did it at the same time with numbers. Like, I would do it with the bayou, and I was doing it with the deal. Like, say I'm at the water fountain. I had to drink the water 3 times. I had to drink the water 2 times. And this was as an adult, bro. And it's just like, that was me, you know. So this a nigga with a master's degree, you know what I'm saying? And doing little stupid stuff like that. So, man, I'm gonna help the whole world out right now and say that everybody in the world have their mental cases and mental issues. So let us all free. Let us all free. Free all the mental people and figure out better ways to deal with them. But that's yeah. And what's some other stuff I deal with? I had wrote down it's a roast, it's a self roast. And I wanted to just say embarrassment. I had wrote down this quote the other day. It said, embarrassment can kill everything. Can kill everything, which means things can be rebuilt. But embarrassment, I believe, I got this from 8 Mile. 8 Mile reminded me of this. Eminem, you know, started dating a new girl, right? And the black dude that was trying to get him to, like, sign with the other group, you know, had invited her to where he was doing something for her, and he invited her to Eminem's house, the trailer park with his mama. And Eminem roughed the dude, like, why you break into my house? And it was because he was embarrassed. Because then she came to him like, why? He's like, you know, because he was like, you stay here? He's like, no. No, he kept saying no. But he was embarrassed because of his situation. And, but she, no, but it just reminded me how people can act when they get embarrassed. And I had to think about some of my embarrassing moments. They weren't really embarrassing moments, but it was just like things I was embarrassed to do. You know, one of those things was, and nobody noticed. And Quisha, it's funny, Quisha came over here. Nobody noticed Quisha, none of y'all. When I was in 12th grade, our senior year, I went at, you know, Alicia Keys, no one came out, no one. And you know how crazy I was. So I wanted to, because like, you know, I had my life changed by then. I was like, and so I was nervous about singing that song because it's a girl song. And then I couldn't sing too. Probably a good thing I did. But I was trying to do it for like our senior talent show. But y'all was embarrassed to sing because it was a girl song. But I wonder if I would have sung that song, how much further would I have been in life? Imagine that, me singing Alicia Keys my senior year. What that would have did for me? Not a damn thing. Oh no, it probably would have did something for my motivation, maybe. You know, that's like the biggest thing. It seems like a lot of us need right now, is how to self-motivate ourselves. This self-roast didn't turn into what I thought it was. I thought I'd be talking a lot more about myself, but the biggest thing was I just wanted to bring awareness to people. Watch your attitudes, bro. Watch your attitudes. And also look out for people. If you see people that's mentally distraught, try to step in to talk for these people, man. Because people, that shit with the show. Like I said, my brother could be in jail right now. Like literally, we had to go get the nigga out. He wasn't talking to the police. He wasn't tell him who he wouldn't even tell him his name. Who are you? And just staring at him. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of people out there like that, bro. And we need better protections for our mental people. And like, I don't know what to do because the sadness of the story is like, well, my brother, like he was a grown man. We almost gave up on that nigga. You know, the last little hope kind of worked out. You know, he was like literally, he had to leave me. We got into it. I was like, go. We sent it back home to Arkansas, and like 2 or 3 households, they was like, go, and because just the way nobody wasn't able to deal with that, and you know, and it's like that's the truth of the story is a lot of people are sending their children away that got mental illnesses, and they're just going out, sending them out in the streets by themselves. And a lot of people with mental illnesses are in the street, just roaming by themselves. And it's like, these people don't deserve to die. They technically know they was abandoned. These are abandoned people in the streets. And it's like literally people tearing themselves up. Like it's like in the Bible, you hear the Bible talks about a man, Legion. Oh, yes, his name, Legion. The demon name was Legion because he said there's many of us. They called me Legion because there's many of us. And there was a man in the cave and said he was doing stuff, hurting himself, all type of stuff. And there's people out in the streets hurting themselves. I literally just, and then you got veterans. I'm a vet. And so I'm literally just renting, this is women and men. I literally just ran into a vet. And I'm kind of like, no, I ain't saying shouting, but I'm like, and you need friends. Because I clearly caught her, like, outside. I'm listening outside. I'm asleep. I literally woke up to this woman outside of my window, just cussing herself out, cussing the world out and what they did to her. I heard her say everything from they raped my babies and all type of crazy stuff, you know. And then I went down there and break and so and back onto that. So me, this is what I remember I said, when you approach people, you got to go help them. You have to be make sure your spirit right. As soon as I get there, walked outside, I'm looking at them. So I was like, you good? She's like, I'm good, and leave me the fuck alone. So she got cussed out immediately. Guess what? I got cussed out immediately, but guess what I did? She said that, I didn't say nothing. I said, I laughed at it. And then I just sit there and watched her. I laughed and I sit there and watched her. And she kept cussing and doing all that stuff. And guess what happened? She finally opened up to me. After I sit there and watched her, and then I kind of got almost the whole damn story now. Got her going to some programs that I was going to that we had for vets, and yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so imagine if I would have cussed out and walked away. There's a whole lost relationship because I couldn't take some fucking cuss words. You get what I'm saying? But that's what the hell be going on. But that's the truth of it is, like, there's a lot of them just roaming, been abandoned. But like I said, once again, this episode is about embracing our mental health people. And watching your attitude so we can be more aware of helping each other. Watching our attitude so we can be more aware of helping each other. Yeah. Whew. That's it. I really love roast, self-roast. There it is, self-roast. The self-roast was, I meant to plan a little bit better for this and really go in on myself, but I guess I didn't have too much. Yeah. But the whole purpose of this was to talk about myself, to let you know that we're all mental. We all need someone to go easy on us. We all need someone to work with us. Thank you for tuning in. This is the ER, a platform for the world to share its story in order to bring hope to people all around the world, that the world may know that it's not alone in confusion and suffering. Also, to bring an end to the waste of life and to promote mental well-being. Thank you so much for tuning in. Terrain, thank you for sharing, boss. Before we go out, let's have some questions. Any thoughts of harming yourself? No. Any thoughts of harming others? No. Any suicidal thoughts? Any feel like you're hearing voices? No. Drug use? No. Let's do our breathing. Thank you. I just want you to do just 4 slow, deep breaths. Just 4. Take your time. Oh my God, my neck. Oh my God. Oh my God. Doc, another thing too, Doc, got something going on tomorrow. And next week, supposed to be the official lunch of my business. So put a little positive prayer out there for me. It's cool. We good. Everything gonna be good. Everything gonna work out. Slate Wipe free. This is beginnings, the step into that ministry. You've been looking for that ministry back a long, long time. And then somebody told you a couple times, said, preach this, you found it back. There ain't nothing stopping this, brother. This is it. Claim it, receive it. You're gonna do it. You about to do everything you put your mind to. And it's gonna be greater than you ever saw it. It's gonna be greater than you ever could perceive it. But you don't really got no limit. So anyway, it ain't really too much that you can't perceive, or ain't too much that you can't not expect, because your faith is like this. You got real big faith. Your ain't even no bottle. Your faith go past bottles. Your faith go past space. Your faith go past heart. Your faith just goes through all things and in all things. And nigga, even if you die, nigga, can't nothing stop it, nigga. They like you gonna come out of death. You gonna rise like they said Jesus rose. Death can't even stop it, nigga. So what they gonna do? Amen. Amen to that. Be strong and be courageous. It said go. It said be of good courage going towards your dreams. Be courageous in going towards your dreams. Have determination when going towards your dreams. Determination. Go after your dreams. Go after your dreams. And you've been saying for a long time the hole is in your, one of the whole reason why the hole is in your heart, because you haven't been doing those things you speak out your mouth. Do them, young man. So be careful what you say out your mouth. And when you say it, make sure you do it. Be strong. So long. Farewell out of the box to you, my friend. Goodbye for now. Until we meet again. Thank y'all for tuning in. Hope y'all can hear this. Yeah, y'all heard it. We got some answers. Thank y'all. That was cool. Thank y'all for tuning in. See y'all next